If you've ever Googled how to regulate your nervous system at 2:47 a.m. like it's a fire extinguisher you can order on Prime, here's the good news. Your nervous system isn't mysterious, it's not spiritual, and no, it's not a personality type. It's a set of interconnected, complicated sounding, but pretty simplistic in its functioning biological circuits designed with one goal in mind: to keep you alive. And if it's been running on high alert for a while, you won't fix it with one deep breath and a Pinterest quote. Sorry, not sorry. But that doesn't mean you need to throw in the towel, go off grid, and decide you'll get it right on the next incarnation. You'll fix it the same way you built it: repetition. Oh, and just so we're on the same page, regulating your nervous system means being able to shift your state up or down when you need to, not being calm 24/7, because that's impossible. And here's what you'll learn in this week's podcast episode so you can stop doom Googling at 2:47 a.m. What nervous system regulation actually means, and it doesn't mean be calm forever. Why body first tools work when your brain is offline. A choose your state menu: wide versus panicky versus shutdown versus numb. 9 fast tools with when to use, how to do it, why it works, common mistakes, how to make it stick without turning into another self-improvement fail. And here's what regulating your nervous system actually means, because regulation doesn't mean you're calm 24/7. That is some weird dystopian fantasy where life is perfect for everybody with literally nothing going on in your life ever. What it does mean is you can shift state on demand without legal or illegal drugs. Upshift when you're flat, shut down, numb, or stuck. Downshift when you're wide, panicky, and spiraling. And the goal isn't zen. The goal is range and control. And this is why body first works, especially when your brain's being useless. When you're stressed, underslept, hormonal, inflamed, or emotionally activated, your thinking brain, so your prefrontal cortex and executive control, is not at full power. So trying to think your way out is like trying to do your taxes during a fire alarm. Body first tools work because they change the inputs. Change your inputs, change your state fast, like 90 seconds fast. And this isn't a gimmick, it's about hormone production and the time it takes your blood to do one full loop around your bloodstream. Hormone production is virtually instantaneous. Blood loop, 90 seconds. Compare that to all the think yourself happy tools everybody pushes. It takes between 4 and 6 weeks for your brain to start wiring differently. Now, there isn't any judgment here. You do you. I'm going to keep doing it the fast and easy way, and keep listening if you want to join in. But first, some official-ish terms so the Google stops scaring you and the psychologist with a degree from TikTok flex of authority no longer gets you doing unscientific and super weird things. First, sympathetic activation is your body's mobilize, go, fight and flight setting. Second, parasympathetic activation, your body's rest and digest and recover setting. Third, arousal. This is how switched on your system is: high, wide and panicky, low, shut down and numb. And yes, there are brain networks involved too, because your brain and body are interconnected. When one goes haywire, the other is sure to follow. So first, executive control network. This is your do the thing network, where your focus, planning and key decision making capacity is. Second, default mode network. It's kind of like you're thinking about your whole life on an endless loop, like Channel 4 reruns Friends, despite it being off air for 22 years. So things like rumination and time travel live here. Third, salience network. This is your this is important alarm, where your attention gets yanked from whatever you're doing to attend to the thing which it believes is about to harm you. And when you're dysregulated, the salience network starts screaming. The default mode network starts narrating your entire back catalogue, and the executive control network gets shoved unceremoniously into a cupboard like all of those Christmas presents you dislike. Now, because fast and easy is always my preferred method, we're going to go all in on body first methods to get your executive control network back online. First, you need to choose your state so you can pair the right tool with what is going on, and use this like a menu. Don't pick tools based on your identity, pick them based on your current state and how you're feeling. So first, if you feel wired, so restless, snappy, can't switch off, you're going to have a high arousal and your sympathetic nervous system is heightened. Your system's mobilized for action. And in those instances, you want to start with the physiological sigh, which is a long exhale breathing technique. I will explain later. If you feel panicky, so spiral, dread, can't think, and you've experienced a threat spike and now your attention is locked, your salience network has just hijacked your attention. So start by orientating your system. So something like a cold face splash works wonders. If you feel shut down, so heavy, stuck, just can't get started, you're in a low arousal state. So think of it like being in a state of freeze. And this is your energy conservation mode. Start with some isometrics to get your body back online with some really gentle movement. And if you feel numb, so blank, disconnected, meh, this is where you've dissociated and have low interoception, meaning your sensory system has kind of gone offline. This is your body going into protective mode and disconnecting from the outside world. And to get things reintegrated, start with sensory input such as the humming or voice technique. And here's something really important to know. If you've been dysregulated for months, years, or even decades, your nervous system has learned a pattern. It's a habit, the same as putting socks on before you put your shoes on. And it may not be as helpful as the whole socks first type habit, but it's still something you can change. So to alter the habit, you need focused attention for a while, then over time it becomes automatic. So please don't just use these tools once. You need to do them every time your body shifts into the wrong state. You need to treat your nervous system like a toddler hyped up on numbers thanks to the sweets you told grandma they couldn't have. You have to tell them over and over and over and over and over to stop doing XYZ, and they must start doing ABC. That's it. You just have to teach your body that no, I am not being hunted by a pack of lions who aren't the nice cuddly ones from the Lion King, but are instead the real hungry and dangerous ones. It's just an email or a bit of toothpaste on my jumper. At first, it absolutely feels like it's not working, and you may even have these types of thoughts to accompany that frustration. Katie's a crank and deserves to be fired. Why do I have to do this again? Or it's not working, or I shouldn't need this. Just remember, you're retraining a system which has been functioning this way for an extended period of time. It doesn't change overnight, but it does change. And here's the pattern I see consistently. Unless you're a robot, you're going to experience this same sort of thing. So you're going to start using the tools a lot because you need them a lot. It hits its peak, annoying but normal, and then there's a massive drop off. You literally wake up one day and things have shifted and you realise you haven't needed a tool at all. Things happen, the same things that would have had you spiralling out of control only a few weeks ago. But your mind and body are eerily quiet, just getting on with the job of life, chilling in the background like it's taken a little holiday. And this doesn't happen because life has magically become perfect, unless it's now because you won the lottery or something. Other than that 1 in a billion chance of your entire world flipping, it's because your baseline has changed. And with that said, I guess I better actually give you the things that you need to shift your state, because if I didn't, that would make me a really shitty human. So here's 9 body first tools that actually work. Also, because I'm not the aforementioned shitty human, to make your life easier, each tool has when to use it, how to use it, why it works, and the common mistake that people make when they're trying to use it. Number 1, the physiological sigh. So use it when you're wired, restless, tight chest, and can't switch off. Do this. Inhale through your nose, take a second, a small top up inhale, long slow exhale through the mouth, and repeat this 2 to 5 times. Why it works? It's a fast downshift for arousal. So you're basically telling your body, we're not being chased by the hungry lion that just ransacked Simba's peaceful Serengeti. Please don't do this. One sigh, then an eye roll because nothing happened, followed by diving straight back into doom scrolling like you've completed the worst therapy session in the world. Second, long exhale breathing. So use it when anxiety, hum, irritability, or overthinking. So do this, inhale for 4 seconds, exhale 6 to 8 seconds. Keep it gentle, and here's why it works. Longer exhales bias the system towards parasympathetic recovery. Plus, counting helps to distract your mind, and take it up a notch by counting backwards if your mind is stuck in a thought loop. And see the podcast episode, Overthinking Isn't Thinking Too Much. It's your nervous system hitting the brakes if you want to understand the loops. Please don't do this. Force huge breaths or breath hold your way into dizziness, because that's just weird. Thirdly, orientating. So use it when panicky, spiraling, I can't think. And do this. Just turn your head slowly. Let your eyes land on a minimum of 5 different neutral objects. Name them quietly: lamp, door, mug, etc. Here's why it works. It yanks you out of your past life shame spiral and the future predicting vortex by updating your threat system with present time evidence. Please don't do this. Close your eyes and then try to visualize calm while your body's screaming. Doing that is like watching a tsunami coming towards your house and you think closing the door will stop it from flooding you out. Fourth, Cold face splash or cold flannel. Use it when panic spikes, heat rushes, nausea or dread. Do this. Cold water on your cheeks, around the eyes, or a cold flannel pressed to the face. And here's why it works. Strong sensory input can interrupt the spiral and bring arousal down. It's the same as somebody slapping you, though just a lot less violent and relationship ending. Please don't do this. Don't turn it into an endurance sport. You're regulating, not auditioning for an ice bath podcast. Fifth, butterfly hug and or bilateral tapping. So use it when you're emotionally overwhelmed, shakiness or post-social crash, and do this. Cross your arms over your chest and tap left, right slowly. Just remember, you're mimicking the beating wings of a butterfly all cocooned up. You're not hugging an actual butterfly. Here's why it works. Rhythmic, or so bilateral, so two-sided. Input helps your system settle down when it's overloaded. Please don't do this. Tap like your dad used to on the TV, like to get a good signal while trying to watch Time Team on the single 14-inch TV in the living room. And yes, I'm just showing my age again. Sixth, EFT tapping. So use it when looping thoughts with a body charge, so tight chest and throat and stomach. And do this. Tap through the basic points while saying something true. For example, things like, even though I feel X, I'm safe enough to take one step. Or even though I feel X, I'm strong enough to get through this. And here's why it works. It pairs body input with cognitive permission. You're working both systems at the exact same time, and you have the benefit of near instantaneous biological regulation plus cognitive direction, which will embed over time. Please don't do this. Please don't use it once, decide it's woo, then go back to white knuckling your nervous system. 7, humming or extended vocal exhale. Use it when you feel numb, disconnected, shut down, or you can't feel your body. Do this. Hum on the exhale or do a long voo sound quietly, unless you want to terrify your family, in which case go for it, because it may even end up leading to you having a good old chuckle, which is an even bigger win. Here's why it works. Vibration and exhaling help to shift your state and reconnect you back into your senses. Please don't do this. Whisper breathe like a haunted Victorian child. Make it a real exhale. 8th, isometrics, so a wall push. Use it when you feel shut down, frozen, stuck, and can't start. So do this. Place both hands on a wall, then push hard against it for 10 to 20 seconds, then stop and repeat for 2 to 3 rounds. And here's why it works. It gives your body a safe, mobilizing completion cycle. Your system understands that it can move when needed and that movement is safe. Please don't do this. Please don't wait till you feel motivated, because movement creates motivation. 9, the 10-minute regulation walk. Use it when you're stuck in your head, overstimulated, and emotionally noisy. Do this. Walk at a steady pace, and while walking, deliberately look far ahead. So horizon, rooftops, trees, let your vision widen and wander as much as possible. Try to take in as much of the scenery as you can. Here's why it works. Movement and visual expansion reduces threat focus and restores cognitive flexibility. You are literally showing yourself that there's nothing chasing you and instead somewhere safe. Please don't do this. Don't walk while scrolling. That's not a regulation walk. That's just taking your anxiety with you outside. So here's how you can use these without turning it into another thing you fail at. So pick one downshift tool and one upshift tool. So downshift tool, so that's high arousal, physiological sigh, long exhale breathing, orientating, cold face splash, butterfly hug, and bilateral tapping, and EFT. Upshift, so you need to do that when you low arousal. So humming and extended vocal exhale, wall push, isometrics, and 10-minute regulation walk. And in a nutshell, if you're wired or panicky, downshift first. If you're shut down or numb, upshift first. Please don't try to calm down a freeze response. And once you've identified the ones you want to use, then use them like drinking. Not just once, not when you deserve it, every time you notice your state has shifted. And that's how the baseline changes. And here's a quick start. So the 30-second decision rule, rather than ending up trapped in a confusion cycle due to the many different tools you can use, simply ask yourself a series of really quick questions. The first answer you stumble across is the one you take as gospel. No second guessing, no, oh, but maybe XYZ will be better. Ask fast, answer fast, then act. So first up, am I high arousal, so wired or panicky, or low arousal, shut down or numb? Do I need to downshift or upshift? What's the smallest tool I'll actually do right now? Then do it, not perfectly, repeatedly. And if you want the right tool for your specific pattern, or if you're a high functioning human who's fine on paper but fried inside, you don't need more information, you just need the right starting point. Take the Happiness Archetypes Test. It's 100% free, and you'll get an archetype-based quick start so you know exactly what to do first without being stuck in self-help purgatory. Links in the show notes below.